Wine of the week. This is your wine of the week. What's the wine I got this time? It's your wine of the week. Ooh. WILDASS 2011 Red Stratus. Hey everybody, it's Brad from Nagger Wine Videos, and this is your wine of the week. And woo-ha! This is the WILDASS Red 2011 by Stratus. This used to be a restaurant wine, meaning they only made it for restaurants, and then they slowly released it to the public. This is their entry-level juice. Basically, it's a blend of all the barrels that they didn't think were great enough to go into their single varietal wines, or their Stratus Red, which is a blend. They declassify the barrels that they don't think are the greatest. It goes into the WILDASS wine, so it's kind of like, you know, an assemblage of the crap. But that's not a nice thing to say, because this wine is actually pretty nice, but it's weird. Okay, it's weird. It's like a professional athlete running beside an amateur athlete. And the amateur athlete's keeping up. And everyone's thinking, who is this guy? Who is this guy? We don't want to like this guy. But, you know, he's doing pretty well. And he doesn't let up. He keeps doing well. So it's kind of like, it's a good wine and a bad wine. Or not a bad wine, just like, you know, an amateur wine blended together. Does that make sense? There's tension in it. You know, when I smell it, I think weird, funky. I think it's got some artificial qualities to it. I think maybe, you know, have they manipulated this wine? Have they messed with it? Then you try it, and on the palate, it's structured, a little bit complex, nice dry finish. But wow, what a weird, funky, messed up, backwards nose. So really hard to know what to make of this wine. Before I look at the back, I'm gonna guess, because it's so weird and funky. It's got this like waxy, cherry, Burgundian, funky quality to the nose, which reminds me of, like, yeah, Pinot Noir, Burgundian Pinot Noir, maybe with, you know, Syrah, Petit Verdot, Petit Syrah, and Gamay. That weird, earthy, funky Gamay. And then, like, I don't know, bunch of sugar thrown in there, or burnt wood that was burned and then sat in water for a long time, so it got really soggy, wet. Really weird nose. Nice color. So, palate. This is so weird. It's got like a really crazy sweetness to it, but like then veers right off. I feel like this weird waxy, you know, it's like those things that had cherry juice in, those waxy things. You bite at the wax and the cherry juice would go in your mouth, and then like a wet wood taste to it, like, and then you threw some walnuts in your mouth and, you know, you ate a match. Really funky, really weird. Let's look at what the blend is. It says, from the exceptional and diverse vineyards of the Niagara Peninsula comes a red wine made at the world's first fully LEED certified winery. Blah, 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 blah. Cabernet Franc, Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, Syrah, and Tannat. So, wow, I didn't even know we had Tannat in Ontario. Guess we do. Syrah, yeah, I got that right. Cabernet Franc, Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon. I did not taste those varietals in here. So something has made this into a WILDASS wine, because it's weird and funky and wild. So, WILDASS. That is your wine of the week.